I'm not a maker, and we're doing our unusual and unordinary videos. And boy, do we have an unusual and unordinary one. Again, this video is going to be brought to us by Malco Cleaning Products. So hey, this is Paul and Mark, right?
Yes,
At Panthera, not Panthera,
Correct.
Panthera.
Panthera. Yep.
Wow. So why? Let's get to the car next, but just explain to me why Panthera.
It's the Latin genus for big cats. And long story short, I worked for Disney for 10 years before I said, hey, let's build a retirement fund on race cars. So all of our race cars are based on a big cat. So there's a cheetah, there's a tiger, this is the lion. And it's just kind of one of those things to just be silly and have a little fun with it without taking things too seriously, because it's far too easy to do that in racing.
Right. Well, of course, you know how you make a large fortune, small fortune in racing.
Start with the large.
Right? So that's how we do it. So let's get to the part that's at hand here. This a beautiful Toyota Celica. Just tell us about the year. What's going on with this whole car?
So this is actually a Mark II Supra, so Celica Supra.
Okay.
This is an 85, the last year of the Mark II. Has the 2.8 liter straight six M5M engine, which we threw turbo on because it's never fun unless you have boost. And this whole car was built in about 3 months.
Oh my goodness.
There have been some teething pains, but we were kind of trying to go for kind of grassroots budget touring car. So where I couldn't spare the expense, I didn't. Everywhere else I just made it myself.
Isn't that what's great about ChampCar? I mean, there's like on the cars we have, there's some stuff that we bought, from like ECS tuning, but then there's stuff we just invented ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if it sort of works, it'll work with a big enough hammer.
Right. And I see, again, one of our other partners is Design Engineering Inc., and it looks like you've really done a great job of utilizing their products.
I think we have literally everything DEI makes in this car, and it honestly, it works. Nothing melts. All of our lines, they stay cool, especially with the turbo. It runs hotter than the sun.
Right.
It's great stuff.
Cool. So, Mark, right?
Yes, sir.
So what part of this did you kind of have involvement with the car?
Not much.
Okay.
I'm actually from Chicago. These guys are based out of Tampa. Panthera Racing is based out of Tampa. I'm from Chicago. I am just genuinely glad to be here. I've known Paul since the mid '90s, and the other business partner Brian since the '90s. And he messaged me about a year and a half or so ago, and he's, hey, do you want to go racing at Daytona? And I was like, let me get back to you. And in my head, stupid, yes.
Right. And then that's what's great about ChampCar. I mean, you guys have an unusual car, and very unordinary compared to a Miata and a BMW. But it's not only that, the cars, but the teams. Like you see this really unusual conglomeration of team, and I think that's great.
Yeah, we all pretty much do something very different and come together because we all love racing cars. We specifically did the Mark II Supra because it's hard. Because it's unique. Like, I can't go to a lot of the stuff is not off the shelf.
No, it's not.
The brakes I made from scratch. The suspension are made from scratch. So it's a struggle bus, not gonna lie. But when it's done and it's fairly competitive, worth it. Worth all the blood, worth all the tears.
So there's another thing that caught my eye about this car, besides being from an 80s, because I love 80s cars, is this beautiful, it's a wrap, right?
Yeah, this is a wrap.
I love this color. I mean, it is just, when you see it on track, you cannot miss it.
It's made by 3M. It's called Blue Fire Candy.
Wow. And when you have a car this good looking, you know what you need? You need some great cleaning product.
Hey.
And our partners at Malco have some great products for you here, some great polishes. You can see some great cleaning products, and there's one in here even in case your car maybe smells a little too bad. There's an odor deier. So
that happens.
It does. So hey, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it very much.
All right, rock and roll.
Appreciate it.